Hey everybody. So, I recorded a video last night. Well, we'll just get into it and I'll give you all the details. Yeah, it's a little bit skinnier than mine.
Yeah, there you go. I'm surprised how tight that second one was.
Yeah. Well, this one was tighter. I loosened it a couple of turns already.
Your time is up now. Your time is up. Ha 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 ha. So line 'em up. Your time is up. Ha 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 ha. So line 'em up, line 'em up.
Those gaskets are in good shape. Clean them up a little bit.
Velcro.
Certainly looks like it. It's blue, so you know it's good. Alright, so you got a couple of safe options for rotating the engine over. Some people say, you know, you can put a tool on the harmonic balancer. Well, first of all, Cummins guys will probably all scream at you because this truck doesn't have a harmonic balancer. The bolts on there are actually kind of small, and you can rip the threads out, and then you're looking at a whole new crankshaft, so it's best not to. The best option is a barring tool, which most people don't have, but if you do have it, it goes in the bell housing this direction and engages the flywheel, but you have to have somebody laying under the truck cranking on it while somebody else is up here, and that's usually not the way we're able to do things around here. So the other option is using the alternator bolt, which is 7/8, but you got to rotate it counterclockwise. And we'll rotate that to get the valves to change directions, and we'll find top dead center that way. Alright, so if you're not familiar with what you're looking at when you're looking at these valves, then make sure you're actually looking at these valves. Alright. So generally speaking, when you're looking at these, whichever valve is pretty much in line with the exhaust port, that's your exhaust valve. So this is going to be the intake valve. On the 12 valve Cummins, they're actually a little bit easier to tell apart at first glance, because the intake valves, this rocker is actually about a ½ inch or so shorter than the exhaust valve. So where we want to start on this process is we want to be at top dead center, which means we're going to want basically both of these up as high as they can go, and it's going to be yeah, they call that valve overlap. So I was trying to figure out why it was so hard to crank the engine over and get everything to move. If you watch right here real close, you'll see the whole truck is moving. I forgot I left the truck in gear, and I'm actually moving the whole truck back with my ratchet. Oops. Should have juice. Difficulties of being your own producer, director, and stagehand. Perfect. Red light on. Oh, it's still recording. Well, that'll be 5 minutes of edit. Okay. Don't mind me. Just choking on my own phlegm. Alright. With this one being a top dead center and valve overlap, the companion cylinder, which is cylinder number 6, should be top dead center compression. Made myself a little cheat sheet here. So where we're sitting right now, we should be able to do both exhaust and intake on number 6. They should be loose, and they are. Should be able to do intake on number 5. It's loose. Exhaust on number 4, intake on number 3. Ooh, it's warm. Exhaust on number 2. Nothing on number 1 because they're both in valve overlap. Alright, we're going to start up here with number 2. And woo! Exhaust should be 0.020 or 0.002 of an inch, or 0.508 millimeters. Well, I think that's the first time I've ever seen valves too tight. Can't even get it in there. Yep. There's no 20 thousandths there. Odds are what probably happened is last time somebody went in here to adjust things, they didn't hold the screwdriver tight when they went to tighten that nut back down. You're going to be a 14 millimeter wrench and a flat blade screwdriver to actually adjust these. Now I'm really curious. Please stand by. So according to the feeler gauge, what I did was I ran this out and let it slack up. It looks like the contact pads on the end of the rockers are fairly decently worn. So I think I understand why they felt like they were over tightened, because kind of had to at that point. Needless to say, when you go to tighten it back down, you need to hold the screwdriver still and tighten the wrench to keep your adjustment in place. I need to get some better light in there so I can look at that. I'm gonna grab my phone real quick. You can leave that on. I don't know if they'll be able to see it, but if they can, then cool.
Just leave it recording.
Yeah. Hey Siri. Lumos. Yeah, adjusting it by the feeler gauge leaves it way too loose. Cool. So, that's a no. And we'll be back with new parts later.